Do you ever notice your life seems to go from one crisis to another? Do you wonder why? You see, without challenge, the average person drifts. They're numb, passive, they're asleep to their potential. Crisis jolts us. It's to awaken us to our strength, to our purpose, to our calling. You see, we can do it without crisis. We've got to just stop waiting for disruption and just reclaim your power now and start functioning by choice. Something that I find as a minister, people are always coming to me when they're in crisis. And then the crisis ends and they stop all the good work they did. They stop the meditating. They stop the affirmations. They stop living in full awareness. They go back to habits that no longer serve them. They become numb. See, crisis keeps happening because it's there to awaken us. But we don't get that. We think that we can go back to the old way. The crisis happened because the old way was not working. Can you get that? If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, get the same result, guess what? You're an idiot. Stop being an idiot. We have crisis in our lives to awaken us to the truth. I broke my hip. I was in crisis. Why? I was not living aware. I was living on autopilot. So the universe, God forbid why, or God knows why, or it knows why, whatever. I hit a patch of water on my floor. Boom, my feet went out, shattered my hip. I was in crisis. I didn't blame the floor. I looked at myself and said, I'm just not aware. I know people that they seem to think that they can solve problems with a partner when they're high on drugs or drinking or whatever it is, and it only causes more problems. So to fix a relationship, they stop the drugs or they stop the drinking, and the relationships gets better. And then what happens? They go back. They go back to the old habit. Guess what happens again? Same crisis. The crisis doesn't end because the person hasn't changed. I have so many people that come to me and we work on building a daily spiritual practice. And one of the key things is meditation, to let the mind know that it's not the boss, that you're the boss of the mind. And people will come. A lot of people join me for my morning meditation. I do a morning meditation at 7 a.m. on Zoom. Everyone's welcome to join me. All you got to do is go to agapespiritualcenter.com, go to the calendar, get the link and join. A lot of people join. They'll do it for 3-4 months. They'll be there 6-7 days a week. And they'll say, my life changed. And then they disappear. I'm sitting back saying, oh my God, they're just doing it on their own. Then months later, maybe a couple years later, it's happened. They call me and say, my life went to pieces again. I said, when did it start? When I stopped meditating. It's just a thought. We build habits to serve us. If you know that eating a certain way makes your body feel better and your body functions better, why would you stop eating that way? Why would you force yourself into a crisis where you have a health challenge? The only reason is you're not awake. And the crisis is there to wake you up. I don't care what the crisis is, it's there to wake you up. Tony Robbins, I remember in 1995 in Unleash the Power Within said 90% of the people are motivated by fear. So fear causes people to do things. The problem is they don't stick with doing those things, ergo fear comes back. Do you notice that fear and crisis are like synonymous with one another? They're really one and the same thing. Just think if you lived a life and you were centered in the now. You wouldn't be in crisis because you would accept what is right now, feel it, experience it, and then release it. And you'd be in a new moment. In a new moment, there's no comparison. You're fully living that moment. Without comparison, there's no crisis. Without comparison, there's no fear. Fear is The idea that you don't want something that you don't want to happen, or fear is you're afraid what you want will not happen. And so you create that. And crisis comes into your life to let you know you're not that powerful. You can't change the conditions around you. You can only change your perception. And with a perception, you align your thoughts, your words, and your actions, and you hold them persistently and consistently. That's what causes change. Just something to think about today. Hey, if you'd like, and you're listening to this on Wednesday, today, Wednesday, in our Agape gatherings at 1:30 Central or 7 p.m. Central, we're going to talk about this. So if you want to join me for an hour of conversation, Agape website, agapespiritualcenter.com, click on the link and go to the calendar, tap into a gathering. Join me. Let's talk about it together. Hey, it's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to come out of crisis. Much love and much aloha.